going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City transfer update. Got all the latest outs and in news with City. So before we do crack on with this video, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content and you want to help to support my channel, then do subscribe. I am going to be doing daily Manchester City transfer updates again. The series will be returning in the summer from June for you guys to enjoy. So if you want to stay up to date on YouTube with all things Manchester City transfer news, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Also, don't forget as well, social media links, they're in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. TikTok link also in the description if you want to go and follow me on there. Also, don't forget to leave a thumbs up if you do enjoy this video. 200 likes is the aim. Do let me know your thoughts, what you make of these transfers in the comments below. And finally, I want to say a big thank you to GTPlayer for sponsoring today's video. You can go and check them out. Links and details there in the description. Remember, use code JSGC5 and you'll get 5% off products on their website. So let's crack on with this video. We're going to start off with some out news, and firstly we've got an update on Iker Pozo. Now, he has left Manchester City on a permanent basis and he has joined HNK Sibenik over in Croatia, so wishing him the very best of luck on his move to Croatia, and wishing Iker all the very best for the future. Now, got an update on Ilkay Gundogan. His contract is up in the summer. City are in contract renewal talks with Ilkay Gundogan. The word from the club is they want him on a new deal. The word from the player is he wants to sign a new deal, but the clock is ticking. His contract is up June 30th of this year, and apparently there's some complications that have been put into the mix because of the Premier League charges based on financial fair play, and it could affect how Manchester City approach getting players onto new deals, and also the ability of Man City offering new contracts to players in the immediate future. Now, I couldn't really make too much sense of what the article was reporting on here. My impression was this mainly affects Ilkay Gundogan only, who Manchester City are in contract renewal talks with. I don't know what this means with potential new contracts for players in the future, or whether there might be some complications between now and June in getting this sorted whilst this dark cloud hangs over Manchester City, and whether Ilkay Gundogan's having second thoughts. I couldn't really make any sense of it, and whether it's the player that's uncertain or whether the club can't do the new contract, I do not know. I've not had anything concrete to report that City cannot get Gundogan on a new contract, so we'll wait and see, and hopefully sooner rather than later we will get Ilkay on a new deal at Manchester City. Now, moving on to the final transfer of the out, takes us on to an update on Kalvin Phillips. Now, Fabrizio Romano has reported that the future of Kalvin Phillips is going to be sorted in the summer. Pep Guardiola hasn't decided what he wants to do with Kalvin Phillips from next season. This is amid reports from West Ham United, who are interested in signing Kalvin Phillips, but any move would only be made should Declan Rice leave West Ham in the summer. Now, Man City have been getting linked with Declan Rice. It's going to be a very expensive transfer to get done, and I know that there are other clubs in the top six that are also interested in signing Declan Rice as well. So it's definitely one to keep our eyes and ears open for. I'm expecting Man City to sign a central midfielder in the summer. I wouldn't rule out Man City maybe even signing two, but for that to happen, it would take a midfielder more than likely to leave City. Is that going to be Kalvin Phillips? It might be Ilkay Gundogan in his contract situation. It might be Bernardo Silva. One thing that I am certain of is we won't see all three of them players leave in one window. So we'll see what happens. Now, moving on to the ins, we've got an update on a player we were speaking about a couple of weeks ago. Come to the form of an update on Jimmy J. Morgan. Now, he played for Southampton. Man City were very keen on trying to bring him to our academy. However, we've missed out on him. He signed for Chelsea instead, so that deal done and dusted means Man City aren't bringing Jimmy J. Morgan to the club. And whilst Man City are brilliant at bringing high quality young prospects to the club, it does happen. We're not going to sign all the young players out there, so we miss out on one. I'm sure there'll be other players that we will sign, and there'll be other players that we end up missing out on as well. It's football. It happens. Now, moving on to the latest on Jude Bellingham. Now, the Telegraph have confirmed that Manchester City's policy after these charges from the Premier League the word from the club is it's business as usual for Manchester City in the summer. That includes Man City targeting the players that they have been getting linked with. That includes Jude Bellingham. Jack Gaughan has said that it is business as usual at Manchester City, which will be assuring Manchester City, which is good for the fans. It'll be assuring the players, the agents, that everything is as normal at Manchester City. Now, there could be implications on Man City's transfer business. There might be players out there that are a little bit reluctant to sign for Manchester City, whilst the future might remain uncertain. And so if there's offers from other clubs, they may choose to go elsewhere. It's up to Man City's negotiations to make sure that things are crystal clear with the direction the club are heading in, including what's happening with the charges from the Premier League, and making sure that we're reassuring these players that nothing will come about from these charges. Now, it might put some players off. In fact, I'm almost certain there'll be players that City are getting linked with that'll think to themselves, I can sign for somebody else, and it might be a safer move for me rather than City going there and something happening down the line with the charges. We'll have to wait and see. But the word from Man City is it's business as normal. It might be a new negotiation tactic from players' entourage or clubs to say Man City might have to pay a little bit more than other clubs to try and make transfers happen. And if that does happen, I can see Man City walking away from transfers. So we will see which players City target. The one thing I reckon Man City might do, not so sure about Jude Bellingham and the central midfielder, but for other positions, I can see Man City to rule out negotiations, having a good look at players with release clauses and young players that don't have too much to lose, and players that want to transfer to Manchester City rather than players that have got interest from 5, 6, 7 clubs from around Europe. City might find it difficult to convince these players to join. Not impossible. We can make it happen. We made it happen with Erling Haaland as well. I'm just saying that if there is a safer option for these players, some players might do that. Not all, but some might. So we'll see what City go with when it comes to persuading these players to join and City's unique selling point. Now, moving on to an update on James Maddison. Now, the Telegraph have confirmed Manchester City have distanced themselves from making a move in the summer for James Maddison of Leicester City. However, Man City could still make a move for a player that would be regarded as a squad-rotated player in central midfield, as well as looking for a first-team regular to help improve the City squad. And I'm hearing more and more and more about Manchester City wanting not one, but 2 central midfielders in the summer. We'll see who that is. We know City getting linked with lots of players. We'll see. It's all fun and games. Now, moving on to the final transfer story takes us on to an update on Ben Chilwell. Now, the Telegraph have said that Man City are indeed interested in Ben Chilwell. They've also confirmed that City are interested in Jude Bellingham. We already know that. Now, they say that Man City want a central midfielder and a fullback as 2 priority positions for the summer. Rafael, Leao, Declan Rice, they're also on Man City's radar as well. I presume with central midfielders, a lot does depend on the futures of Ilkay Gundogan and Bernardo Silva. And with Declan Rice, I imagine, or any move for any holding midfielder that can help cover in that position, that can either rotate with Rodri or sit alongside Rodri, Man City will wait to see about the future of Kalvin Phillips as well. So I'm expecting City to more than likely be signing 2 players, a central midfielder and a fullback in the summer without any other bits of business being done. Then it's all about which players leave Man City. And I can see maybe 2 or 3 players leaving Manchester City in the summer. So we'll see. I think it's going to be an exciting one. I think it's going to be a very interesting summer transfer window, but also going to be very busy, very hectic, and lots of names being chucked out there. So they're the latest stories. So do let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Leave a thumbs up if you do enjoy this video. 200 likes is the aim. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you're new around here. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. Aiming for 30,000 subscribers, now less than 1,800 subs away. So any help towards that would be much appreciated. Also, don't forget as well, social media links, they're in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. TikTok link also in the description if you want to go and follow me on there. And finally, I want to say a big thank you to GTPlayer for sponsoring today's video. Go and check them out. Links and details there in the description. Remember, use code JSGC5 to get yourself 5% off their fantastic chairs. They very kindly sent me this limited edition Manchester City chair. You can go and check them out. Very, very comfortable, and you can extend it back and lie down. It's brilliant. Go and check them out. Links and details there in the description. Remember, get yourself 5% off and use code JSGC5 on checkout, and I'll see you all again for the build-up for this weekend's game against Nottingham Forest. We'll be back again tomorrow for the preview of that. I hope everyone is safe and well, and I'm sure everybody's got a big smile on their face right now, the Manchester City fans, after yesterday's fantastic top-of-the-table clash with Arsenal, with City coming out with a 3-1 victory against Arsenal at the Emirates Stadium. Cracking victory. Lots to look forward to, so I'll see you all again very soon. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. Peace. Ciao for now.